I'm a landscape photographer and I love being on my own. I love the solitude, I love escaping from the crowds, but I've also learned that being with like-minded people also has its benefits. This little session is about one of those occasions. If you base photography on the quality of the surroundings and how beautiful the place is, then you're guaranteed to come out with a decent shot. No, not true at all. It's all right, you come into these wonderful locations, but you've got to work hard if you want to come away with something decent. I'm going to wait until the conditions are a little bit better. The weather is moving in and it's creating some nice atmosphere and moodiness, so I might start shooting. I've been here about an hour, the light was far too bright, so I didn't even bother looking for a composition. But I am not alone today. I'm with two fellow landscape photographers and vloggers. So let's go and meet them and see what they've found. Focus on you.
Because I'm more important, obviously.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
Okay. So I have an excellent weekend. I've just returned from Birmingham, NEC, with the photography show. And today I've met with a couple of Irish landscape photographers. Darren J Spoonley, welcome. How are you today?
I'm marvellous, thank you very much.
Are you having a good day so far?
Really, really nice, yeah. I'm loving the Lake District. It's a fantastic place to visit. I've been here once before, but it was great to come back again a second time.
You've been here as well, haven't you?
Yeah, right, exactly the same spot, around 2 years ago.
So all the Lake District, you've come back to exact spot?
There is only one place in the Lake District.
No, there's more lakes than this. Anyway, I was mentioning before that I'm struggling to find a decent composition. Nothing's really working for me. I see you've set up here, Darren, so what's attracted you to this composition? Let's explain.
Well, for me, photography is really about capturing a moment, and light helps me to be able to capture that moment within the scene that I'm photographing.
Yeah.
I also want to take the viewer's eye through the image completely, so it's not something that stops you in its tracks.
Okay. And
I also try and find symmetry as well within the image as well itself. So here we're looking across and there's a waterfall coming down. We've got two peaks on the top end, but we also have trees either side here, and then just below me we've got this bunch of reeds that are coming out of the water.
A bit of foreground interest, yeah.
So, exactly. So the first thing that you're going to see when you look at that image is the reeds that are below. Yeah. Then you should then to see the symmetry that's going to be on the top half of the image as well itself.
Okay, so you've got a bit of balance there with the trees and the two peaks as well. Do you predominantly shoot in wide angle or mixed with telephoto?
Mixture of telephoto, but mainly this lens. So the 16-35 f4, you've exactly the same lens. Yeah. It rarely comes off my camera. The reason for this is that it gives me a lot of versatility. I mainly shoot in seascape. So if I'm by the coast, I can capture something which is the waves that are moving below me, and then obviously something in the distance, be it a cliff or something like that, or even clouds or light or whatever it may have been.
One last question, Darren.
Sure.
Do the conditions make or break a shot for you? Or is it just a case of turning up and shooting what you've got in front of you, or do you come back at a later time?
Okay. So,
and this wind is getting...
Yeah, it's horrendous. Yeah, hopefully you'll be able to hear me. So, for me, you can go to many different places at many different times and get many different styles of photo. Light will make the difference in regards to how the image itself will be portrayed and what the end result will be. There's been plenty of times I've gone to a location with the mindset of thinking there's going to be no shot here, and they're the ones that surprise me, because you will get a shot, but it may not necessarily be the best shot. But then looking, your composition, you can come back when the light is going to be perfect for what you want to portray within that image itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And even from different styles of photography, from I see people, I'm a landscape photographer, other people can be wedding photographers, portrait photographers. Light makes a huge difference there. So if they're out doing a photo shoot and you've got flat light, it's going to be a flat image. Yeah. But if you get one beam of light that's lighting up what you want it to be, then it really makes the image
makes it breaks it.
Yeah, it pops.
Yeah, mediocre to a stunning image. We're approaching late March, and as you know, if you follow my channel, I've started a calendar which is based on a set of images chosen by you, the viewer. if you remember, not too long ago, I asked you to choose an image for January. Well, I'm pleased to say the overwhelming winner, and the winner by about 50% of your votes, was this one. A wonderful image it is too. So let's move on to the February category. I'm now going to show you a selection of shots I took in February, and as before, I want you to choose your favourite one. Okay, right. Okay, so I said there's two. You're looking all right there, David. But answer. So I said there's two what? I'm out with two photographers today. Second one is Damon O'Donovan.
Correct.
I got that right, didn't I?
Dermot O'Donovan.
Now, you and Darren are part of the Irish Photography Podcast.
That's correct, James.
And how's that going?
Going from strength to strength. Started up as a hobby, just three lads, three photographers, having a bit of crack. And we just we weren't very good at start, but we got better as we
I've listened to it actually.
And we've gotten better and better, and now we're closing in and close to about 15,000 downloads, which is great.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I've never or hardly ever listened to podcasts, but recently I've tuned in. I find it really good, especially if I'm going to a location or coming back from a location.
Brilliant.
Really inspiring stuff.
Is that the soothing voice of me?
Oh yeah, I ain't
I
got a clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I've got to rewind a few times, but there you go. So, same question. As I say, I'm struggling at composition, finding anything decent.
Okay.
What have you found and why? Just talk me through it.
Okay, so we've come to Buttermere, as I'm sure everyone knows.
Done all that. Yeah.
So it's my first time here. But I absolutely fell in love with it. And normally you wouldn't find me in an area like this. Normally I'm on the seaside, coastal waters of Ireland, because I do scuba diving and I do this and I do that. So I love the seaside. So I'm usually there all the time. But Darren dragged me here to Buttermere, and at first I was a bit hesitant, going, it's going to be crap, dull. I won't really enjoy it too much. Yeah. But I'm glad he did. You're not disappointed. Beautiful here. It's beautiful.
This is why I come back so many times.
But the image here in front of me, I was a bit.
This is the iconic shot, by the way. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, iconic shot. So you've got Fleetwood Pike on your left hand side, Haystacks on the right. What's attracted you to this shot?
So first and foremost is the mood that really attracted me. It's all contrasting situations, from the highlights to the shadows, crushing the blacks and just retaining those whites. So you're not clipping them too much, but just you're creating intensive moods. So loads of darks and loads of whites, and you're making the mountains then pop out, and you see this moody sky, really aggressive and violent.
We're liking that. Absolutely. And what's helped you add that mood is a long exposure.
Yeah. So
you added what filter?
So I have three filters on there at present. So I have a HD polarizer, which is different from a circular polarizer.
Okay.
It will actually work. You don't have to have the sun 90 degrees to your shoulder on a circular polarizer. With this HD polarizer, you can shoot at any direction of any time of day, except for night, obviously. And you'll still get your polarized. You can get rid of the glare in the water.
Right. Okay.
So that's made from Nisi. And then I have a Lee soft grad, to kind of match the.
Bring the sky down.
Bring the sky down, because it's at least 5 stops too bright for the foreground.
Yeah. Well, the sun's over in that direction.
So it's still overexposed ever so slightly, but it's still it's working.
You can bring it down in post.
Yeah, and it's working for me anyway. So it is creating an intense mood. And then I have a 6-stop filter, then the Lee small stopper. Yeah. So that's enabling me to drop it down then to about a 30-second exposure, because I don't want it too long either. I don't want everything just. I want some bit of natural.
You want a bit of detail.
Yeah.
Excellent, fantastic. Snuggly.
Go on, go on. Right.
What have you got to say for yourself?
I'm sorry.
Dad. He's talking to you.
Roger that.
Right. I don't know what to say.
You're lost for words.
Yeah, I'm lost for words.
Okay,
so these two are going back home, aren't you?
Sadly, yes.
Just to leave me on my own, because I'm struggling to find something. But as you know, I work better on my own, so to be honest, I'm glad they're going on. Anyway.
Makes me sad.
Really?
Makes me sad.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put a link on both these guys' channels. Podcast, Irish Photography Podcast. I've got that right, haven't I?
Correct. Yeah. Correct. Well done.
Tune in. Again, I'll leave descriptions at the end as well. It's been fun.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah?
I've really enjoyed it.
It's been a fun weekend, hasn't it?
It's been emotional.
Yeah, I'm a bit sad actually.
Yes.
Well, no, I'm not.
Yeah. No, it was a very, very entertaining weekend. Yeah.
Now you see, when James goes up climbing the fells here, all he'll be thinking was the fun that he had here with 2 Irish guys this morning. So, you know, yeah, I'll miss it. Like, it was great to meet you, but yeah, we got to get home now. We got to go back to reality, unfortunately.
Leaving me free to do what I want to do and find a decent composition. Who invited that fly there?
Oh.
Okay, so without further ado, I'll catch you two later.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure.
Slán phone. Hey yo!
Right, they've gone. I'm free to explore. One thing I want to do, my aim is to shoot something different. Yeah, it's good to see other people at work and listen to how they explain their compositions, but I think I put a lot of pressure on myself because I want to take something which other people haven't taken, and it's hard work. I've broken away from the main area of Buttermere. I'm on the southern end, a place near Peggy's Bridge. I ventured off the beaten track actually. I found some wonderful dead looking pine trees, so I'm going to work the area, see what I can find. Sometimes I do take risks, and you've got to, haven't you? Very, very boggy ground up to the knees, and a few occasions back there. Really hard scene. Let's just wipe you. Really hard scene to break down and make something pleasing to the eye. I just wanted to include the dead trees. I wanted something different. I've never seen that being taken before. Dead trees as a leading line in the foreground, but there's a pool of water as well, and some separate tufts which add interest to the foreground. Then lead up to the image with the trees, and then you've got the background as well. Not easy, wide angle, not easy at all. And I'm just on Peggy's Bridge, telephoto. There's an obvious S-curve. Zoomed in, isolated it, look around the edges, make sure there's no interference, a bit of a gap. And this is all about the prominent fells as well in the background. The weather's not good, it's spitty spatty, but a bit of mood. But yeah, it's all about adventure sometimes. Isolation in photography is important. We often hear about the benefits of making sure your subject is free from any distractions. And the same applies to myself when I'm on my own doing landscape photography. Solitude. I often find I'm at my most creative when I'm on my own. But don't get me wrong, every now and then it's good to have a good crack and laugh with your mates, and that's exactly what I've done today. Don't forget, February's image is up to you. Choose wisely. Until next time, take good care of yourself. Bye bye for now.